Good morning, Kate here again. I thought I'd do a little, I'm really a bit obsessed with bunting. I love to make bunting out of lots of different things, and I came across this really beautiful piece of yellow. It's a beautiful yellow. It's very firm fabric, and I just loved it. It reminds me of linen. I'm not sure if it is linen or not, but I love the colour. It's a beautiful rich gold colour. And I found that, and I decided I'd make a little bit of a bunting out of that using some of my other stash. One of the things I found was this beautiful, this is from an op shop. This is linen, and somebody's done some lovely embroidery there. But on the other end, they hadn't actually finished it. So there's lots there that hadn't finished. So I thought, well, I can cut that up. I don't feel bad about that. And I can cut that up and make it, and that sort of goes with that. And I also found I've got a bit of this stuff. I like to do lots of things vintage. That's a bit vintagey to me. And then there's this beautiful thing. I'll put that aside. This one here, which is a beautiful vintage doily. So that's really beautiful too. So I am going to cut it up. I have got hundreds of doilies, and I seem to collect them, and a lot of them are embroidered ones. So we'll be doing some embroidery craft in the future. So I thought, well, what can I do with this? So I'm going to cut it up in little squares. I like rectangles. I like rectangles more than I like any other shape for some reason. It's just easy to decorate. It's easy to put onto the string. So I'm thinking that I've cut off one here. I'm going to cut a few more off and probably alternate them or alternate them. So I'll come back in a minute when I've figured out what I'm going to do with them all. So I've just cut this up a bit. I've cut 3 or 4 of them out. They look pretty. So we can just put these out. I will decorate a couple of these up. I cut that nice lace thing up, but I'm going to put it at the bottom there. And this is just an off cut. I might even put a bit of that down the bottom of one of them, and maybe put a bit of a border there with a bit of ribbon or something, or one of these. So it's just a matter of seeing what you really like. So I'll put this one up here. So you just play around until you're happy with what you've got. So I've got a little bit more of embellishment to happen here, but I did find this bit of onglaze, embroidery onglaze here. So I'm going to probably fold that under and make the tie with this, and this going to the top. So it looks kind of cottagey. I live in a vintage home, so I probably will hang this, just above the sink or something like that. So I'm going to go and see what I can do with it, and I'll come back and show you how it worked out. Hopefully it's going to look great. So I found a few things here I want to embellish my bits of yellow with. My favourite way of putting embellishments on is with a glue stick. So what I do is I just put a bit of glue on the back of that and glue that on like that. Same with this one, just stick some glue on the back, put it on there. This one's going to have a little bit of a ribbon on there. So it's pretty simple. I'm going to do this one. And then I'm going to do that one on the top as well. So put a bit on here because it looks a bit funny without it. So I'm going to sew these on later, so I'm just gluing them on. A bit more on here. Simple as anything. Then I'll let that glue stick actually dry. I think that's the right way there. I think I'll let the glue stick dry before I try and sew it, so it doesn't make the needle go a bit gammy. And this one here, One more. Put a bit there. Do it up a bit there and a bit there. And so now I will let them dry, and then I will sew them on with probably a bit of a zigzag. I'll just muck around a bit, and then I'll put them together with these guys, which are pretty plain, and I might even sew a few buttons on, not sure yet. So they're a project in progress. Okay, I'll be back soon, see what else we can do. Okay, I've been busy and I've sewn these up. So what I like to do with most of my stuff, I love to do the zigzag. I love to do zigzags around the edge. It just gives it that naivety, homemade look, which I really love. So I've done this. I've done a little bit around the edges of these as well, because it just ties it in better if you have a little bit of zigzag on every piece. So that's what I did with them. These ones, this one, this one, last one. Just got a little bit of the embroidery one in there and zigzagged it on. So that's what it looks like. And then I put the broderie anglaise along the top, and I folded it over to make it neat on the back and zigzagged it along. And I think all over it's quite a nice result. I'm quite happy with that, and I'll find somewhere to put it. Sometimes I donate these things to local thrift shop or op shop there in Australia, so that might find its way into the op shop. But I'm going to put a few more bunting ideas up in the coming days, so if you like and have a look at what I do, just subscribe. Otherwise, no worries at all, and happy crafting. Bye bye.